Hi, my name is Sundar Swaminathan. I'm Director of Product Marketing at Oracle, have responsibility for marketing all of Oracle's portfolio to manufacturing industries globally. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Get Insights from IT and OT Data with Oracle's Data Lakehouse for Manufacturing. As manufacturers around the world pursue digital transformation and the Industry 4.0 journey, it has become even more critical for them to integrate the operational data that they're getting from their IoT devices and their other automation with the enterprise data that they're using to run the company. This has been a challenge for many years in manufacturing, and Oracle has a solution to address this challenge. Oracle's Data Lakehouse for Manufacturing. And that's what you're going to get an overview of today. You'll learn how you can integrate IT and OT data with Oracle's Data Lakehouse, so you as a manufacturer can innovate faster, improve operational efficiency, and grow. So what we're going to do today in the presentation is to start off first discussing challenges that manufacturers face integrating IT and OT data in manufacturing. And then we'll talk about the solution. You'll get highlights of Oracle's Data Lakehouse for Manufacturing, the key capabilities it offers, and how it can make a difference. And then we'll get into benefits, the benefits that you can get with Oracle's Data Lakehouse and the results that customers are already achieving. So what are the challenges manufacturers are facing? The key challenge for them is disconnected systems and processes. Decisions are made today disconnected from operational data because the data is siloed. Data in manufacturing execution systems, quality management systems, operational data with programmable logic controllers, IoT sensors, tend to sit in their own repositories. They're underutilized, and access to them is limited to a very small group. This data is not integrated with the data that sits in business applications, your ERP, your CRM systems, your supply chain systems. So the value of manufacturing data is not getting realized. The other challenge is that 80% of the time is spent on data management, collecting data, managing the data, and only 20% of the time is actually spent on business insights. So we've got two challenges: disconnected systems and processes, the inability to connect operational data with enterprise data, and the time that's getting spent on data management versus business insights. Let's dig into the challenges in manufacturing with data a little more. What is IT data? What is OT data? OT data tends to be localized to machineries, sensors, devices, your web platforms, your mobile platforms. It's underutilized, it's localized, and it's predominantly unstructured or semi-structured data. They also tend to reside in custom applications and devices like IoT sensors, programmable logic controllers, and other factory automation. The other interesting challenge is that this is 70 to 90% of your data. And this is the data that's going to continue to grow as you pursue Industry 4.0 and and build out connected products, make your factory machinery connected as well. And so it's important to be able to get access to this data. So this is the large pool of OT data. On the other silo, on the other hand, you have IT data. This is the data that's resident in your ERP, your SCM, your CRM systems. It's getting highly leveraged right now. There's a lot of people who there's access to it across the enterprise. It is centralized, it is structured, it is sitting in standard applications, and it's largely well understood. This is 10% to 30% of the data that you are wrestling with. So the challenge for manufacturers is tying the two together, is tying the operational data with the IT data, because that's where you're going to get the additional insights you need to drive increased operational efficiency, to get better visibility into your supply chain. and to improve product quality, just to name three key benefits. And the reason this is a challenge is there is an integration challenge. There's a need to contextualize the operational data with relevant IT transactions so you know what you're dealing with, what asset you're dealing with, what order you're dealing with, what product you're dealing with. And you need the ability to analyze it and democratize, which is making it available to all interested parties. So, this is the key challenge in manufacturing. And this is the problem we're going to try and solve. So, what's the solution? Imagine if you had pre-built, customizable, extendable dashboards. Imagine if you had the ability to detect uh, potential failures, to be able to be able to detect issues in your process, and to be able to predict machine failures. Imagine if you had the ability to take streams of data and analyze what the overall productivity is of your workforce, what the state is of your manufacturing processes, and what the level of quality is that you're actually putting out. Imagine if you could detect anomalies in your process. And imagine if you had all of this available for broader data science connected to your enterprise transactions, the things that you use to run your enterprise on a day-to-day basis, orders, um, products, inventory. What you can get with Oracle's data lakehouse for manufacturing is just this, and the ability to get all of this in a cloud environment with subscription price. So what's the solution again? Oracle's data lakehouse for manufacturing. And what does it enable you to do? It allows you to take data feeds from all your business systems, ERP, SCM, MES, using key integration tools that Oracle brings to the table. With Oracle Golden Gate, ODI, it allows you to integrate time series data, transactional data, other continuous data feeds using open source data streaming technologies like Apache Kafka. It also, on the consumption end, allows you to take all of this integrated data, run analytics, get better visibility, understand what's connect the dots, and then be able to use data science uh, tools and techniques to to build learning models and be able to get access to this data with business applications, so you can actually initiate action, be it in your supply chain, be it in your manufacturing process, be it in maintenance, service, or engineering. And at the center of all of this is the lakehouse. And what does the lakehouse allow you to do? It has relational data. It has the ability to store relational data in an autonomous data warehouse. It has the ability to store unstructured, semi-structured data using objects, using NoSQL in a data lake. It comes with a data catalog that allows you to see, to understand, get a view of your data. It supports big data SQL and data flow, so you can actually run queries across both relational and object data, so both structured and unstructured data. And it supports managed open source services as well. So Oracle's data lakehouse gives you the ability to store, analyze, and process semi-structured, unstructured, and structured data, and then be able to use all of this for deeper analytics, for data science, and for managing your day-to-day business. What's in the manufacturing data model? The manufacturing data model covers 30 subject areas. It has a logical model and it has a physical model that's been optimized. It has as many as 500, it has over 520 entities, over 7,800 attributes, and it can be expanded to support other data types, time series data, JSON, Hadoop. It provides both aggregate and analytic views, and it has over 250 industry measures and KPIs with their business and technical definitions. What's more, it is built to be compliant with industry standards like ISO 9001 and ISA 95. And finally, it's easily extensible. In addition to having a logical and a physical data model with a rich set of attributes and entities and the ability to extend, the Oracle's data lakehouse for manufacturing comes in with built-in analytics. There are over 250 KPIs that are already available. There are over 24 pre-built dashboards, and the analytical capabilities in the solution are extendable and configurable. It comes with a rich set of statistical tools for you to look at trending, for you to look at cluster, for you to be able to cluster data, for you to be able to use to detect outliers, for you to build forecasting models. So really, the entire range of statistical tools that you would like to have is accessible through the Oracle Cloud infrastructure and the statistical models that it can tie into. It also supports critical KPIs like monthly production, inspection data, uh, downtime data, unplanned downtime data. So it's got pre-built KPIs that can take data once populated and populate pre-built dashboards. So you get a really good start both from an analytics standpoint when you adopt the Oracle Data Lakehouse for manufacturing. It also supports unified data management for all types of manufacturing data. At the top here, you're seeing the variety of data, support for a variety of data sources. Whether it's data from Java applications, C++ applications, .NET applications. It could be sensor data, time series data, weather data, textual data using JSON feeds, SQL, XML, and support for access to, for data coming out of using R, Python, and PHP. So it supports the ability to accept machine data and structured data. In the center, you're seeing the support it provides for both object data sets, relational data sets, and NoSQL. So you have the ability to be able to, and it has support through Oracle Cloud Infrastructure for the big data service that can support the Hadoop ecosystem as well. So you can, and Hadoop handles data in motion that's raw, uncurated, or an unknown value or low value. And that's a huge increment. And that's one of the key additional capabilities that manufacturers need. And it also provides the ability to run queries across both your big data, that's your unstructured and structured data pools, and your relational data and data stored in NoSQL. So you can get a consolidated view of structured, semi-structured, and unstructured data, and be able to query running across databases, both a Hadoop system, relational database, and NoSQL. Oracle's Data Lakehouse for manufacturing, also running on Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, also supports pre-built connectivity for a number of enterprise applications. You have connectivity to ERP applications, human capital management applications, CX customer experience applications, enterprise messaging tools, and a variety of social data feeds. There are over 100 accelerators and recipes, starter templates that can help you integrate to your data sources. Also, as part of the overall infrastructure, you get the ability to integrate with all your trading partners using the B2B integration tools and to do all of these integrations securely. The flexible integration approach supports both full extracts and incremental extracts. So to reiterate again, you get pre-built accelerators and you get recipes, and a lot of flexibility in terms of integrating your existing data sources. So what are the benefits of this platform? Enhanced visibility, better insights, and faster decisions. And how? So when you look at it again, at all the key capabilities Oracle's manufacturing data lakehouse delivers. First, it's data integration. It's the ability to move between the data lake, the data warehouse, and open source analytic environments, depending on your need and your use case. You get a data warehouse, you get a data lake, you get a data catalog, you get a pre-built manufacturing data model that represents all key aspects of manufacturing. You also get managed open source services. So you can use what works best for you and what you're already using. Spark, Hadoop, Elasticsearch. You get pre-built analytics and a analytic platform that allows you to build additional dashboards and run additional analyses. You get access to a powerful data science platform, and you get the ability to integrate into all of your Oracle applications and other third-party business applications. So really, to sum it up, it's the most complete data platform that you could be looking for to enable data-driven manufacturing. So what are customers achieving? A leading industrial manufacturer migrated over 5 terabytes of data quickly. The Lakehouse enabled a consolidated view of data from multiple ERPs and dramatically improved reporting times. They had one of their reports go from 2 hours to 2 minutes. And what it's done for the industrial manufacturer is to provide a platform for advanced analytics. A leading high-tech manufacturer was able to get consolidated view of the data so they could get a single source of truth. It lowered their overall costs to manage, store, and analyze data. It improved their time for analytics. Reports went down from 24 hours to 20 minutes. They had a near real-time refresh, greater than a 95% reduction in the time to refresh the ERP. And then they had faster reports. A leading CPG manufacturer also saw benefits with their Lakehouse implementation. They have a consolidated data store, they have faster analytics. They saw a 40% reduction in costs versus their on-premise data store. They had over a 40x improvement moving to the data lakehouse. And their operations were more automated. So why Oracle? First, you get the ability to leverage your current Oracle infrastructure. You can extend and combine what you have on premise with what's in the cloud. You get a modern lakehouse architecture, minimized data movement, distributed analytics across hybrid environments. You get an open platform. You can use tools provided by Oracle, or you can use tools that you own. You also get access to the most complete set of business applications through all the work that Oracle has done over the years, both to Oracle's set of applications and the ability to integrate to other third-party business applications. And finally, you get an integrated manufacturing data model that took many, many person years to put together, and you're getting the benefit of all that investment and work to get a dramatic head start with a data lakehouse that allows you to store your relational data, your semi-structured data, and your structured data. Combine IT and OT and get the insights you need to grow, innovate, and improve efficiency. Thank you.